Welcome to Little Lantern Wisdom. I'm Emily. I'm really glad you're here tonight. It feels like a quiet kind of evening, the kind where a warm cup of tea and a small candle are enough. I've been thinking about something gentle, about what we really mean when we say someone is lucky. So come sit with me for a few minutes. Let's talk about it slowly. Sometimes what we call good luck feels mysterious, as though it arrives randomly or favors certain people for reasons we can't quite see. But when I sit quietly and reflect on it, especially in small, still moments like this, I begin to notice something softer. It doesn't feel random at all. It feels patterned. I wanted to share something I've noticed. 8 gentle ways we seem to invite positive energy into our lives. One gentle way I've noticed people invite positive energy is through trust. Not dramatic confidence and not blind optimism, but a quiet willingness to trust their own inner signal. Fear tends to be loud and demanding. It asks for guarantees and perfect clarity before movement. Intuition, on the other hand, is quieter. It feels like a small nudge, like sending the message you've been hesitating to send, or trying something even if you are not entirely certain how it will unfold. The people who seem steady do not silence fear completely. They simply don't let it make every decision. When something feels aligned, they move gently. When something feels off, they pause without overanalyzing it into exhaustion. That willingness to move instead of endlessly circling doubt creates momentum. And momentum changes what becomes possible. The second shift I've observed has to do with language. The way someone speaks about their future quietly shapes how they experience it. People who attract positive energy don't pretend uncertainty doesn't exist. They just refuse to narrate their lives as though disappointment is inevitable. Instead of saying, "This will probably fall apart," they might say, "We'll see how this unfolds." It is a small change in tone, but small changes matter. When you speak about what lies ahead with even a gentle sense of possibility, your mind begins scanning for openings instead of obstacles. It is not forced positivity. It is simply leaving space for something good to happen. A third pattern I've noticed is how they treat rest. They do not see rest as something that must be earned after collapse. They understand that exhaustion narrows perception. When you are depleted, even small tasks can feel overwhelming. When you are rested, the same tasks feel manageable. Rest steadies your nervous system. It softens reactivity. And when you feel steady, you make steadier decisions. That difference alone shifts outcomes more than we often realize. The fourth quiet way positive energy circulates is through kindness. Not dramatic gestures and not performative generosity. Just consistent patience and respect in ordinary moments. The way you respond to a tired cashier, or how gently you speak to yourself after making a mistake. Kindness shapes atmosphere. It creates goodwill that moves ahead of you into rooms you have not yet entered. Over time, that goodwill opens doors in ways that are subtle, but very real. A fifth way I've noticed is simply attention. People who seem fortunate are often present. They notice small openings, a passing comment that sparks an idea, a brief introduction that leads to something meaningful, an invitation that others might decline automatically. Positive energy does not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it appears quietly, and only those who are paying attention recognize it. A sixth shift appears in environment, the conversations we sit in, The media we consume and the tone we surround ourselves with gradually influence our internal climate. Energy is contagious. Spend enough time in cynicism, and you begin to expect disappointment. Spend time in growth, and you begin to expect possibility. When you choose spaces that feel expansive rather than draining, your expectations slowly rise, and higher expectations change what you allow into your life. The seventh pattern is curiosity. Instead of becoming rigid or defensive, they remain open. Curiosity sounds like asking, "What could this teach me?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" That small shift keeps the mind flexible and receptive. Curiosity leaves doors slightly open, and open doors invite possibility. And the eighth way may be the deepest shift of all. The people who seem to attract good things often believe very simply that good things are allowed for them. They do not secretly feel undeserving. They do not shrink when life goes well. If something positive happens, they receive it without immediately waiting for it to disappear. There is an internal permission that makes receiving easier. And when you believe goodness is possible, you stop resisting it. So maybe positive energy is not something we chase at all. Maybe it's something we gradually make space for by trusting ourselves a little more, by choosing our words carefully, by allowing rest, by practicing kindness, by paying attention, by shaping our environment, by staying curious, and by believing that good things are allowed. None of these are dramatic changes. They are gentle adjustments, and sometimes that gentleness is exactly what we have been calling luck all along. Maybe positive energy isn't something we chase at all. Maybe it's something we allow, little by little. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Until next time, I'll keep the lantern lit for you.